Okay, so this month I've challenged myself to train like an Olympic sprinter for 30 days to see how much faster I can get. And I figured what better way to test my pure raw speed than the good old 100-meter sprint. Now, this is where I should probably say that I'm a bit of a beginner when it comes to sprinting. I mean, I basically never sprint because I'm so slow, so I avoid it as much as possible. But as with all my other challenges, what better way to find out than to just jump in and give it a go? So I called up this guy called Dave, who is an ex-Masters world champion sprinter and runs fast and fit sprint training on the northern beaches of Sydney. I told him my idea and he said, "Should be good." Alright, so I'm here with Dave, who's a running coach. I'm pretty sure I've never timed my 100-meter before. So I've actually got no idea how slow or fast I'm going to be.
Yep, and we got the proof.
Yeah,
there.
and we got the stopwatch.
Before you do the run with the blocks and everything, we'll just do some warm-up.
And then we'll get into it. The challenge was simple. 1. Test my current 100-meter sprint time. 2. Train my ass off for the next 30 days. 3. Retest my 100-meter sprint time. And 4. Evaluate results. And of course, I'm going to throw in any interesting things I learn about sprinting along the way. Let the challenge begin. Hold up, sorry. Before I begin, there is only one problem. I've also got no idea how to start. So Dave had to give me a quick crash course. Otherwise, he told me I would probably fall on my face.
The blocks are typically set up just over 2 feet back from the line. You typically have your hands like that.
Okay.
So there's 3 calls. The first one is on your mark. Then you get into the blocks, get yourself nice and positioned.
Yep.
Set is when you lift your bum up, a tiny bit higher. Yeah, there. Go.
I feel like I'm going to face plant.
You feel like it because you're leaning forward, but that adds to the ability to get out quicker because you've got gravity helping you move forward as well.
And looking forward, I imagine, hey? Not looking down.
No, you look down.
Oh, you look down?
You're looking down.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is exciting and slightly nerve-wracking, but it's gonna be fun. All right, now I know how to do that. It's game on.
Oh. Not too bad.
Oh boy.
How'd that feel?
That's tiring, eh?
It is tiring. Yeah. So, you want your time?
Yeah.
13.9.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, if you want to...
Oh, good. Oh.
Which is good, that's good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Now we've got to improve on that.
Yeah, maybe I should have gone a bit slower.
Well, there's a couple of things to work on. I was watching, so we'll see how we go in the next 30 days.
Knowing that I got 13.9, what would you say is a good goal to aim for?
It's tough in 30 days. In 30 days to do something like sprinting, because you're going to have to do a really high intensity running training in 30 days.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'd be really, really chuffed if you can get under 13.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
If you can get under
The goal's
13,
set.
I'll be happy with that.
Wow. I'd be happy with that as well.
Yeah.
So with a tiny bit more knowledge of the 100-meter sprint event, we set my rather ambitious goal to shave off a full second from my 100-meter time.
We'll see what happens. I don't know where that wind was going then. That wind now is a big tailwind. So
Yeah.
if you had a tailwind, that can add, and it's a fairly strong one.
Imagine if I get slower on day 30.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. Thanks,
Yeah,
Dave.
all right, looking forward to it.
Now, there will of course be some degree of human error with these stopwatch timings, but we'll obviously do our best to make them as accurate as possible, and hopefully that small degree of error will be much the same for day 1 and day 30 to somewhat cancel out its effect, and that'll be the best we can do with this challenge. So after talking to Dave, he basically said to me, we're going to break up my training into 4 sessions each week, and the first 2 weeks will be focused on pure leg strength and power. That means that the last 2 weeks will be focused more on speed and technique. So that's the game plan. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we're at the beach and we're going to do some hill sprints.
We are, yeah.
Week 1, we started with hill sprints on sand,
This is sort of the toughest session of them all.
which are now legally known as death sprints.
This is mainly the strength building session. So it's good for your starts and it's good for the strength and the endurance at the end of 100. When you're starting to tie around the 80-90 mark, this is what will help you get through that last 10 metres.
This training will hopefully kick in.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. It's about 15 metres from these cones up the hill there. I don't know what that slope is. What do you reckon? About 35, 40 degrees.
70 degrees, yeah.
70 degrees, yeah.
All right, this video is sponsored by Emma, the sleep company, which is what I'm sitting on right now. They sent me this diamond degree mattress and signature bed. As far as I'm aware, a good night's sleep is one of the most important things that we can do for our health. And the diamond degree technology is supposed to help you reach deep sleep phase in less than an hour. And then it supposedly absorbs your body heat and drops your body temperature by 1.5 degrees to keep you maintained in that deep sleep phase. And I've been getting the best night's sleep every single night, and I wake up feeling so refreshed. Emma Sleep have won multiple awards for comfort and sleeping experience and have been awarded the best mattress in Australia by Choice magazine. My favorite aspect of this bed is definitely how supportive it is, giving me the best possible night's sleep. Aside from being unbelievably comfy, the signature bed and diamond degree mattress are also built for maximum support, which is obviously important for my day-to-day recovery and has been perfect throughout my 30-day sprinting challenge, helping my legs and my body fully recover from sprint training the day before. Emma Sleep right now have huge sales on. You can get a 100-day risk-free trial. They also offer a 10-year warranty and free delivery throughout Australia. So if you also want to experience one of the best nights of sleep, then click the link in the description. Yeah, enjoy. Anyway, it's better get on with the video.
But yeah, it is a tough session. It's a tough session. So the routine is 1 up and down.
Yep.
There's 3 lots of those.
Yep.
Then 2 lots of 2 up and downs.
Okay.
Then 1 3, and then 1 4.
Oh wow.
And then back down again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we did a quick little warm up, and then day 1 training began.
Ready, go. Seconds. So the next one's 3.
Oh, the legs are like jelly. It's a weird sensation when like your mind's telling you to go quicker, but your legs just won't like keep up.
Okay, so it's totally different to a track session.
So Dave was explaining to me that another benefit of these sand sprints is because of the angle that you're running at, it's almost replicating the bent over position that you need to have when you're coming out of the blocks.
The last one. All right, this one you're gonna really pump hard. Oh, how did that feel?
That's tough. But that was only day 1. I soon found out that Dave had a lot more in store for me over the coming 30 days. And so I began my first on-track training session with a warm-up, some dynamic stretches, and a set of drills.
So all these drills are there specifically to teach your brain and your body the biomechanics of sprinting.
Dave was explaining to me how these drills would help train my body to instinctively run with better technique.
Arm movements, right angles, don't put your head forward as like a chicken or something. So it's just like that, there.
And now we're going into some running training.
Yes, we are. You want to get out hard and fast as you can. Imagine that the whole race is just to here.
Now I can feel the soreness.
Just remember, nice and relaxed all the way. Ready, go.
Could have been the end of my 30 days. It was a full-on first 2 weeks with a lot of technique correction and information to take in, but it was great fun. I love this feeling. It feels so good. Okay, so we're here for week 3. The past 2 weeks have been just me and the coach working on sort of endurance and strength-based stuff, and now the next 2 weeks we're going to be focusing more on speed. I think this training session we're doing a whole bunch of 100-meter sprints with only like 2 minutes rest in between, so I'm going to be pretty knackered. But yeah, straight into week 3. Go. So this is the first time that I've been training with anyone else. Before these past 2 weeks, it's literally just been me doing the sprints. And it's really interesting, and I didn't realize, but running by yourself, you've got like no frame of reference. So it's really cool to be able to run with these guys and sort of have some sort of reference while I'm sprinting. Yeah, it makes it a lot more enjoyable. That's tough.
How's the heart feeling?
Yeah, it's burning. This is what I signed up for. Go. Oh, I'm done. Thanks, mate. That was a good session.
Good job.
Yeah, cheers. And so I continued to train with Dave as hard and fast as I possibly could. beginning of week 4, basically my final week of training. It's gone so quickly. Yeah, this is basically the week where I've got to take everything that I've learned and put it together.
This last week, it's all about putting those things together and speed.
One thing I've come to appreciate is how much of an impressive sport sprinting really is. What fascinates me is the amount of work, and more specifically hours of training, top sprinters have to put in to shave off literal milliseconds from their time. I read this thing on the internet. Usain Bolt has ran for less than 115 seconds in his Olympic career, and he's trained for over 20 years. It's pretty impressive.
Take your mark.
Another day in the bag.
All you ran today, the total session, 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Don't say that on camera, mate.
That's crazy. So you only ran 1 minute and 12 seconds the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see what it's going to be like next Monday, which is the day 30, because I don't know what's going to happen. Wow, it's the final day of my 30-day running challenge. I'm going to get up early because it's going to be raining this arvo. Are you feeling fast today or what? Man, I'm feeling like a speedy demon. As I always say, that the games begin.
Well, look at the weather. That's pretty good. There's no big headwind and it's not raining.
All right, it's day 30. Time to see how fast I am now. For day 30, I'll be running alongside Nick and David, who is an ex-Masters Australian champion, both of whom I've been training with for the past 2 weeks. They will hopefully give me a bit of extra push as 2 people to chase for the final sprint. But first we went through our standard warm-up and skills routine. So right now I'm just doing a bit of a warm-up because I don't know why people warm up. Doesn't make any sense to me. Nah, I'm just trying to get my body moving. So we're just doing like a couple short 60 meter, 50 meter runs, a few starts I think. And then before I tire myself out too much, we're gonna do the 100 meter. Over the past 30 days, Dave has basically coached me from a complete beginner to, I guess, somewhat less of a beginner, teaching me all different things about 100 meter sprint. Some things that stand out to me is like the start is obviously pretty crucial, making sure your body position is right, your arms are there pumping you, but probably most importantly, how you come out with your legs. One mistake I guess I was making back on day 1 is coming out and making 2 big strides with my legs. So I've been working on trying to make them shorter, faster steps as I come out of the blocks. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff I could run through that I've learned over the past 30 days. But yeah, it's been good. I'm curious to see if I can remember all of that and put it all together to help my speed. Let the games begin. God, it's amazing how nervous I make myself for my own challenges. Like I come up with these ideas. Yeah, I guess I just really want to push myself and make improvement. So hopefully that happens.
Being nervous is good because that's adrenaline, and adrenaline is fight or flight, so that'll make you run faster.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. All right, you ready? Take your marks. Set. Go.
Well, I think we got something to tell you. I think we accidentally forgot the timer. Yeah.
You didn't? No, you're joking. Oh, you had me for a second, man.
Okay, so there's the time assessment.
Can you go back to where that was then? Because it's at his chest. It's where his chest is over the line. So you on day 1 you did 13.9. Was it 13.92 something?
13.98.
And after 30 days,
Yeah.
congratulations,
What?
13.23. Excellent work.
Yeah, mate.
Good job. So 0.7, more than 0.7, 0.7, 3/4 of a second off.
Ah.
There's the proof. You can get a screenshot of that. And
Are you happy with that?
yes, yeah, definitely. Like I was saying before, a second is a massive time in 100 metres. So 3/4 of a second is a big swipe of that too. So you did well to knock off 0.7. Good job.
That's
Yeah.
all.
And that was without spikes too.
That was without spikes. That spikes would be way quicker.
Yeah.
That's all help to you actually, and you boys as well. But yeah, thank you so much, Dave. That's
No worries. Yeah, it's good.
been unreal.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
It was great. You're a great pupil. Like you took everything that I told you to do, and you worked really hard with it and did great. If you were doing it as a proper sport, it would take you 2 years to get up to where you're at your peak.
Yeah.
So 30 days is nothing. And in that time, you did really well. And just you can see the style. The style was much better than that first.
I guess technique is the other comparison. So let's quickly pull up day 1 alongside day 30 so we can see if there's any difference. I'm not too sure. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but hopefully it looks better. And maybe even trying to catch up to these boys as well.
Exactly.
That might have given me that extra millisecond or two.
Sometimes that can be a negative, because if you've got somebody in front of you, sometimes people get tighten up because they think, oh, I've got to try and get them, and they start to run really tight, which you know, they won't run as fast then. But,
we'll go with that story. I like that. So they slowed me down.
Yeah,
That's it.
Perfectly.
I definitely would have gone for 13. Our initial ambitious goal was to try and see if we could crack the 13 metre. 13 seconds, sorry. But that was, I guess, that was
too ambitious. If you had spikes on, you would have done it.
Yeah.
But you haven't got spikes.
Should I put spikes on and do it again? Just to see.
You can try, but you'll be tired.
I'd be curious just to see what it's like.
Okay.
So if you know me, you know that's exactly what I did. What do they feel like?
Oh, they feel like really weird, like you're on stilts or something. I don't know. Just
That's good. It's good for the audience to hear how bad my shoes are.
Yeah.
This isn't really going to be part of the testing, because obviously it's going to be an even playing field for my day 1, day 30. But this is just for a bit of fun, and we've given Nick my shoes. We'll see what happens, eh?
Take your mark. Okay, so with the spikes on, the official time, 12.96. So you did under the 13, which was what we thought.
So if we just cancel out that other one, I did my second difference.
Yeah.